So, on my lunch break today, I had to run some errands. But that also meant I could visit one charity shop. One charity shop that's a little bit out of the way. I can typically only go to if I've got a car. I popped in, not expecting much. And you know what? Pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I spent just under £25. 3 things, well, 1 thing is for me. 2 things should get my money back, no problem. And the other 2 things, that's something for me to learn, something I can research. That's hopefully where the money's at. I love researching new niches. I love finding out new things to look for. This is something that I've seen people pick up, mainly in Master of Pieces. But this is the first time I've actually picked some stuff up, and in fact, I'm really excited to get into it and see what I've got. But I'll show you, first of all, the things that should hopefully cover that. I pay to learn something, but these things should cover the cost of those. So, first of all, I got a mobile power bank. This little GoPro here, the battery's absolutely terrible. I've got this little battery pack. It was only £2. It might be terrible, but at least I can keep the GoPro plugged in when I'm not filming and hopefully keep it charged for the whole day. 2 bits of clothing. Like I said, this should cover everything I've bought today. So first of all, nice women's Rohan micro fleece. So this has a name. I do like when manufacturers name their garments. So this is the Rohan microgrid stowaway. Lovely sort of purple colour. Looks like sort of Cadbury purple. Size large. Probably equates to what? It's UK 16 to 18. Paid £4.50 for that. Even though they wrote Rohan on the label. Should be a comfortable £25 for that. Well, 20 to 25. So that pretty much already pays for the lot, really. Minus fees, minus tax. And then there's this thing. This thing is cool. So it's this patterned shirt by a company called Roper. And I believe it's a Western shirt. So at least Western style shirt anyway. So double breast pockets, buttoned, and this lovely sort of almost like Aztec design. 100% cotton, size medium. Paid £4 for that one. And again, hopefully £20, £25. So those 2 cover the cost of everything I bought today. So my money is safe with what I'm about to show you. So, ignore the mess in the background. This is a massive box of Trackmaster and Tomy trains. All Thomas the Tank Engine. So there is Thomas, there's Percy, there is a Trackmaster, I believe that's James, the red one, number 5, and an absolute ton of just bits and bobs. And then, if that wasn't enough, I've got all this as well. Again, there's a little carriage, there's an Annie, there's all sorts of, yes, Tomy, almost like sort of Lego-esque or Mega Bloks-esque Tomy trains. There's an engine shed of some description. There's loads of bits and bobs and wagons and peripherals. So each box was £7, so £14 total. I just can't wait to dive in and get sorting. Now, one thing I have found so far is I've put a battery in these things and they don't work. With these little engines, top comes off, and then you've got the battery compartment in there. Now, free from corrosion, as you can see, which is good. Put a battery in, press the little lever there, or the one on the bottom, and nothing. Not a sausage. So I might have to disassemble it, see what's going on. Similar with James. This is an older one with the C battery in the back, in the tender. I think it's going to have a tender lid. I'm hoping it's in here somewhere. But again, put a fresh C battery in, turns them on, and nothing. So again, hopefully I can sort of work out what's the problem there. I think overall my money is safe. If stuff doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. But ultimately, the clothing pieces pays for all this. This is something for me to learn about, research, get more familiar with, and hopefully apply when I go sourcing in the future. Okay, so a little update after the main bulk of the video. I've had a good look through what I've bought, and I think I've worked out what's going on here. So basically, we've got 3 types of system, I guess you could say. We've got standard Tomy Trackmaster, stuff we're all familiar with. There's Thomas. We've also got Tomy Trains, Thomas stuff, which I believe it is a separate line, runs on separate track, and uses these more like magnetic couplings and the more, well, the less realistic sort of design. There's Annie from Tomy Trains, and there is Clarabelle. There's Annie from Trackmaster. So you can see they are pretty different. Much shorter in stature, but more sort of uniform, I guess you could say. This sort of kind of cartoon-esque carriage. But then all of this, excuse the mess, sorry, stock is mounting up. You've got all of this. Now, I believe this is from the Tomy Trains Just Standard line. It's mainly red, orange, and yellow, as you can see. And a sort of hippo thing there. Now, my money is safe. Here's basically what I've worked out. So, weirdly, well, so far, only 2 trains work. Thomas works, there he is. He's got Annie and Clarabelle, where's everyone gone? There he is. So Thomas, those 2 carriages, he works without a problem. He's from the early 90s, so an older one. Hopefully about £10 plus postage for those. Then we've got James. James is also an older one. Annoyingly, he's missing the top of his tender. Now, if that was there, that would be about 18 quid plus postage. All fully working, but he's not, and I can't find it. That's annoying. So that's probably, that might knock sort of 6 quid off. So let's say he's 12 quid plus postage. So that's 22 quid plus postage, minus tax, minus fees. That's pretty much just under 14 quid. So I've got my money back in those 2. That's fine. But here's the thing, and here's my sort of reservation with all this. It's Tomy, which is a good brand, it's got a good following. It's old, which is good, and to be fair, on the whole, it's in good condition. But there's just no demand for it. Looking at UK comps, a couple of Thomas sets have sold, incomplete, and there are a few parts, like the train wash there, there's like a level crossing there. There's stuff listed, but nothing has sold, which kind of says that the demand, certainly in the UK, just is not there. So I could part it out and sell, like, sell trains separately and the crossings and turntables and stuff. But how long am I going to be waiting? So I think what I'm going to do, I might just bulk it, just work out what I've got, tally it up, and just sell it out in bulk. Obviously, I bought this to learn, and I've learned that really going forward, I'll probably be focusing just on the engines and the rolling stock, not all of this. From what I can deduce, here's the Fat Controller from Thomas. There is a Thomas set in here. I think it's called Percy's Big Adventure or something. That green piece comes with it. There's a Thomas and a Percy in there somewhere. Obviously, the set is far from complete. So there's bits and bobs, but on the whole, it's not a flop. Like, kind of. But I won't be buying this again. But if I came across this big lot of this at a car boot sale, I probably won't pick it up. Basically, long story short, I don't think this is everything. So I think there was more stuff donated. Whether it ended up at the charity shop that I found this stuff, or whether it was taken off to a different charity shop because they didn't want all this stuff clogging up one shop, I don't know. But there's everything from 1987 to 2006 in here, so a huge range of ages, almost like a sort of father-son collaboration project. So that's it, short and sweet, one charity shop, few bits, just want to make a video about it. Again, I probably should have videoed in the shop. I don't always plan on filming. I don't always plan on sort of going in. I did today. I just didn't want to film, didn't expect much, and yeah, I should have taken it, but hey, these things happen. It's fine. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.